السلام عليكم. أهلا وسهلا بكم. أيوة،
Salam. Hi. Hello. Today I listened to Speak Now, the OG by Taylor Swift. And I love that album so much.
مرحبا اللي معنا هنايا. مساء الخير عليكم ولا صباح الخير عليكم. مساء الخير على الجميع.
Ahlan. I just realized that there's this website. It's a Moroccan website, by the way. That is called Tiryaq. I don't really think it exists a shop, like a real one in a city. They're just like a website you buy books from. I've always used to think about them and consider them. But I'm not really sure if I can do so anymore. So, the books the certain book I am currently looking at is like some philosophical books. Suddenly, I don't know. I'm not in the mood for fiction. The sudden urge to just read philosophy and non-fiction
شكرا على اللايك.
hit me so hard, and I genuinely don't know what to do with it. Ahlan, hi. Hello, how are you? Ahmed 2008. Welcome. Welcome everyone, thank you for coming. How are you? Are you good? Where are you from? Oh, good to hear that. Good to hear that. You're from Egypt? Nice to meet you. I'm from Morocco. Nice to meet you. said I'm from Morocco. Nice to meet you. Can we get to know each other or not? Of course, yeah, why not? My name is Basma. I'm 20 years old. I'm Moroccan. I'm a college student. I study English literature. What about you? Nice to meet you. Oh, hi to 16 people in here. Welcome to everyone. Hello. Nice to see all of you in here. بحكي عربي بس اللهجة البيضاء ما بعرف أعملها غير مريحة. هذا هو المشكل. That's why I just choose to speak English because it's easier. So the more I actually scroll in this place and I keep on seeing these prizes, I'm just like, I feel very grateful for the existence of PDFs. ولكن نخاف انك ممكن ما تفهمنيش، لكن يعني نهضر بالعربية عادي، نحكي عربي عادي. لهجة بيضاء ما كنعرفش ليها. اوكي مهم، عرف على حالك، على راسك، شنو سميتك، منين، العمر، أحمد. أهلا، مشرفين. أنا بسمة. مهم نعرف على راسي مرة أخرى. أنا كيف ما قلت لك سميتي بسمة، العمر 20 سنة. أنا طالبة جامعية، كندرس أدب إنجليزي. seconds and check. مهم الكتاب اللي كاين هنا، هذه رواية كلاسيكية لوحدة من الأدباء المشهورين في القرن 19. سميتها إيميلي برونتي أو برونتي، لوحدو كيفاش كيقراها، لكن ندق سميتها. Welcome to everyone. I still see that there are 3 people in here with us. أفكم ما تنسوش لايك، لا تنسوا لايك. Please don't forget to like. Thank you so much for attending and spending some of your precious time with us. I have like another 2 classics here with me. One is called The Last of the Mackins, and by the way, this one is by James Fenimore Cooper. مع السلامة. Then I have this other one. It is called A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. By the way, my lips are being used and abused lately because, you know, they're just like dry. And I keep on using this thing. I will show you. It's Vaseline. Let me just give me a second. It is called Vaseline Lips Coconut Butter. هذا كتير حلو. So anyways, the other book I told you about is by James Joyce. Apparently, James Fenimore Cooper is an American, okay? And James Joyce is Irish. James Joyce's book that I have right now is called A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. And it follows the story of this Irish guy, too, because he's Irish. His main character in his book would be definitely Irish. This person, I don't really know their name. You know, you follow their story, his story, since he's a child, and he continues to grow up and do stuff in his life, but he hates the way things go on, you know? And the more he keeps on living, he feels like suffocated by like this strict church in England. He feels pressured by society's expectations. He wants to be like an artist and things, and you follow his whole story since he was a kid till he eventually grows up or whatever. Who cares? Who knows? Anyways. And then we have this other story. It is called by the way, before moving on, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, according to ChatGPT, is very hard. Because me, as someone who's like not very expert with, let me show you, with the classics, I'm more into the modern literature. It would be harder for me to understand what's going on in this book. And to be honest, it's not a lie. By the way, this is a very old copy of the Penguin publishers. I love Penguin books. I love this whole publishing house and I love everything about them. This is not the only book I have by this publishing house. Anyway, I have this other one up there in my bookshelf. It is called The Kiss Thief and it's also Penguin. Anyways, it's very old. This book is like more than 20 years old, you see? It's all yellowish and almost brownish. The pages, I don't know if you can really see, but it's what makes me love these books more. And moving on to the other book that I told you is by an American author. It is called The Last of the Mackins, or the Mackins, or whatever. Action, morality, a hero, and things. According to the back of the book, it kind of says, set against the French and the Indian siege of Fort William Henry in the 1757. It recounts the story of two sisters, Cora and Alice, daughters of the English commander who are struggling to be reunited with their father. They are aided by their perilous journey by Hawkeye, a 40-year Scot, and his companion, oh my god, such a hard name to read, Shingashgok, and two survivors of the Manican tribe, but their lives are endangered by Magua, the savage Indian traitor who captures the two sisters, wanting Cora to be his squaw. In setting India against India and the brutal society of the white men against the civilization of the Machian, Cooper, more than any author before or since, shaped the American sense of itself as a nation. So based on this book, you already can see it's like we have a boat, this guy with like a gun or like whatever the hell he has in his hand. There's two people like look like they are from the French or the English army. And then there's this person in the back. Let me see it better. Like this Indian, like not the Indian of India, but like the Native Americans, you know who I'm talking about? And it's very interesting. I'm excited because it has action and shit, but at the same time, I'm worried because I have a very high sense of like justice. So I don't like it when things go in certain ways in books, when it's like something unfair. It pains me to see shit. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm literally binding the spine of these books. Because as I told you, they're already old. This one's spine is fine compared to this one. You see how this one is damaged? While this one's like still fine. It has just one in here. But this one, like, don't even get me started with Emily Bronte. Anyways, Joyce's book is kind of bad too. You see there are these breaks here and there, but it's fine. Usually with my own books, there is no spine to be cracked. Let me show you something. I'll go bring the last book I read from my physical TBR, and it's a gigantistic book. But I read it anyway without breaking the spine. It's a very thick book, and I'll show you. This was the book I last read from my physical TBR, and there is no cracking on the spine. Well, the bending edges are shown, but like no cracks. I would never crack a book. I'm someone who loves her books to stay beautiful. Yeah, people say dog ear your books. First of all, I did annotate my book. I did leave notes and, highlight things left and right, but that does not give me the permission to literally break the spine. Never ever. Rather, got my arm. I'm not kidding. Well, give me a second and let me show you my other penguin book. But this one isn't a classic, so that's the thing. It's maybe dusty, but it is. It's penguin, as you can see. But it's so fluffy, and I love fluffy books. You see how fluffy it is? See? So fluffy compared to... This one is old, so I'm not expecting for a 20-year-old book to be fluffy, but this one is so fluffy. I love this. I don't think I would be reading this book anytime soon because I'm genuinely not in the mood for it. It has like this Italian mafia vibes. It's like Romeo and Juliet more even. But no, I'm not in the mood for this.